Good afternoon, Delma. It's Jennifer. I wanted to make you a video to show you the steps that you would need to follow in order to set up the template that we talked about and that we demonstrated last week for the WOW newsletter. So the first part of this video is going to be showing you some steps that you're going to need to do to your Outlook in order to use that template. They're pretty simple. I'm using Outlook 2010 right now. You may be using 2013. They may look slightly different, but the steps should be relatively the same. So if you have any just major differences or if you have any questions, feel free to stop the video, give me a call, let me know. So the first thing that you want is you want your Outlook open. I'm going to send you an email called template, and it's going to have a zip file attached to it. I want you to download that zip file, and I want you to put it somewhere that you can easily find it. In this case, I'm going to put it on the desktop. I'm going to hit save. So once it saves on the desktop, you're going to get something that looks like this. I've got it up here in the corner here so you can see it. And what I want you to do with it is go ahead and right-click on that zip file and do an extract all. When you do, you're going to get a window that shows this. Just do an extract. And it should place another folder on your desktop that looks like this. It's going to have the 2 template files inside of it that you're going to need. So for right now, just leave that open. You can actually remove the zip file part if you want. I'm just going to delete that because we no longer need it. But you will need this folder. So make sure that whatever you do, wherever you put this folder, it's going to stay in that location, because that's going to be what Outlook looks for when it's looking for the template for the macro. So wherever you have this folder, just make sure that it's somewhere that you're not going to be deleting it. But for right now, we're going to leave this part of it open, and we're going to go into Outlook. So one of the first things that you want to do is you want to make sure that you have your developer tab turned on. If it's not turned on, you can right-click anywhere on a blank space of one of these ribbons. In this case, I'm on the home ribbon, and I'm just going to come over here to kind of a blank space on the side. I'm going to right-click and go to Customize Ribbon. You have a box over here on the right-hand side that will show you all the different tabs that you can have. In this case, yours probably doesn't have developer check, so just put a check mark beside developer and tell it OK. Once you've done this, you should see developer at the top of your Outlook, and as well when you do a new email, you'll also see a developer tab. Once you've done that, I want you to go to the developer tab. You want to first go to macro security. Make sure that under macro settings that notification for all macros is set up. It may be something selected different right now, but just make sure that you select this option, notification for all macros, and tell it OK. The next part is you are going to click on this icon here for Visual Basic. It's going to ask you, you may get this little prompt about enabling macros. If you ever see this, just tell it enable. And it's going to open up a window that looks something like this. Now from this window, you're going to go to Tools and then go to References. Now somewhere inside of here, you're going to be looking for a line that looks exactly like this right here, Microsoft Office 14.0 Object Library. Now, for you may be looking for, if you're running Office 2013, you will be looking for Microsoft Office 15.0 Object Library. But in this case, I'm running 2010, so I'm looking for anything that's 14.0. But find this line, and it may take you a little while to kind of search through this because it's got a whole bunch of different stuff here. But you want to make sure that when you find it, you go ahead and select it. Oh, and you also want to make sure that you select Microsoft Word 14.0 Object Library. So I'm going to click that one. You want to make sure you have this one selected, so Microsoft Word 14.0 Object Library, and also the Microsoft Office 14 Object Library. So once you've done that, you can click OK, and we're going to close out of this. And once you've done that, you should be looking back at your Outlook screen. From here, you can go to Macros, and we're going to go to Macros. I'm going to get rid of this one so we can do something different here. There we go. Okay, so you'll go to Macros. It should be a blank screen. It should look exactly like this. Go ahead and give your template a name. In this case, I'm just going to call it WOW Template. And you'll notice as soon as you start typing, you're going to get a Create button. We're going to click on Create. And it's going to open up this nice little pane for us inside of Visual Basic. Now I'm going to send you this code, and it's going to be something that you're going to copy and paste into here, and it's going to be right in between these 2 lines. And I will send this to you in the email when I send this video. So once you've copied it, you're going to paste it right in between these two lines here. So it's going to look something like this. Now we're not completely done because this path needs to be changed. This needs to be directed at the HTML file that's inside of that template folder I sent you. So in order to get that, that's why we left this window here open, you're going to look inside that WOW template folder, and on the template.html file, you're going to right click on it, and then you're going to go to Properties. From here, you should find a place called Location. This is the address you want. You're going to copy this, and you're going to place it right here inside of these quotation marks. And then at the end, you want to make sure that you add /template.html. So this is how Microsoft knows to go to this file for the clean HTML tables and code that you're going to use for that newsletter, for that basic template. Once you've done that, you can close it and close it. And we're going to make sure that it's saved all of our changes that we've done. So we're going to close Outlook. It may ask you if you want to save the VBA project. Definitely tell it yes. We can close that. We can now close this as well. We're going to restart Outlook. So everything that I've showed you up to this point, you only need to do once. Turning on the developer ribbon, setting up that object library, putting that code in for the Visual Basic, all of that is just a one-time thing. Now what I'm about to show you is the part that you'll repeat every time that you want to send out the newsletter. So say you're ready to send out the newsletter. If you click on New Email, you should still see this Developer tab here at the top. Make sure that that's always there. If you have any kind of signature on your email, you're going to want to get rid of it. Just click Delete. So under Developer, you're going to click and then look for macros. If it does ask you about enabling macros, just tell it yes. And from there, you're going to select the project where you stored that code for the template. In this case, I called it WOW template, so I'm going to click here. Now you'll notice that when you click on it, it should automatically insert that template into your email. The only thing that this is currently lacking is it's lacking a background image. Unfortunately, with the template, because of the way Outlook renders stuff, I couldn't get it to store inside with the template, so you do have to add that as a second step, but it's not too difficult. Just click anywhere outside of the template. In this case, I'm just going to kind of click over here by President's Corner, and if you go to the options, let's see, maybe we need to click at the bottom of the page here. There we go. What we're looking for, if you click at the bottom of the page, you want to see this page color thing light up. This is how you're going to add the background into the template. We're going to click here. You're going to go to Fill Effects. You're going to go to the Picture tab, and then you're going to select a picture. So in this case, I'm going to click here, and you're going to find that WOW template folder again, and this time you're going to use the second file that's in there. In this case, it's the WOW template background blue. So just double click on it. You'll get kind of a preview here on your screen. Tell it OK. And so once you've done that, you should now have the background on your template. You have your clear boxes, and you're ready to get in here and start adding your text. I hope this helps. Give it a try. Try out the steps. Let me know if you get stuck anywhere, and if you have any questions, just let me know.